We found it. This is currently the best case for Hori's Nintendo Switch Split Pad Pro, but don't worry, we also have a few alternatives. Welcome to It Came From a Box. This is Sergio AM, and as someone who spends a majority of the time playing the Switch in handheld mode, one of my favorite ways to do so is with the Split Pad Pro by Hori. We featured it before, and although we love grips, these chunky Joy-Con alternatives mimic a full-size traditional controller like that of the Xbox One, almost identically so, including the layout of the buttons and analog sticks. To recap, although the build quality is pretty solid, they feel a bit hollow, and that's because unlike the Joy-Cons, these don't have batteries. Instead, they're powered by the Switch, which means they only work in handheld mode. Once attached, it makes the Switch look massive and really wide, which kills off its portability, but feels so much better in hand due to their size and the grips on the back, which are subtle with a nice texture that makes them easy to hold. Another factor is that everything on them is bigger. We have large trigger, shoulder, and face buttons along with wide analog sticks, but don't worry, the D-pad is normally sized. Then we have a few other features. There's an on-the-fly turbo button which works really well and you can change the speed of. Then on the back we have 2 extra buttons which you can assign buttons to. And finally, this thing is dock compatible. Alright, all that's great, but there are a few things missing, such as NFC for Amiibo, the IR camera, HD rumble, and the biggest bummer, motion controls. So with the Split Pad Pro, you're trading off those things for a more traditional and comfortable gaming experience, but to be honest, it does feel worth it. So they're much more ergonomic and comfortable for longer play sessions, but the problem is that it makes the Switch, this portable console, more difficult to travel with since it won't fit in most cases. So the question many of you asked is, what carrying cases work best for it? Well, we first gathered the biggest cases we already had and tested them out. Due to their length, none of them could fit the Switch with the Split Pad Pro attached, it's just too long. Except for both Satisfye cases, which technically work, although you're gonna have to use a bit of force. And note that the slim case makes for a tight fit, which puts pressure on the analog sticks. So a bit of a compromise there, but the good news is that a few of them are wide enough for them to fit detached in the accessories compartment. That being TomTog's travel case, Waterfield's Switch Pack, Satisfye's Elite case, and a few more. Pretty much, if it can fit a Pro controller, you should be able to fit the Split Pad Pro. Now, if you're like me and want a dedicated solution, this is the Grip Carry Case by ButterFox. At first glance, it's not the most exciting looking case, it's pretty generic except for this cool extruded design on the front, and it's clearly larger size. It's hard shell wrapped in ballistic nylon with a handle at the top. Now inside, we first have 10 elastic game card slots at the bottom. The Switch with Split Pad Pro attached goes on top, perfect fit. And then we have a Velcro attached screen protecting flap that's also a pouch for a charging cable, earbuds, Bluetooth adapter, things like that, but try to avoid anything larger since it'll put pressure against the screen. And well, that's it. A niche solution to a niche problem. I want to thank you all for sending in your questions, be it in comments, email, or social media. We're always listening, and make sure to let us know what you want to see next. Finally, if you're interested in any of the products featured in this video, we have them linked down in the description below. Once again, this is Sergio AM, and I'll see you for the next box.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to help us out, you can do so by clicking that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, why not subscribe for more content? It's free. We also love to hear you out, so please leave a comment down below or talk with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Sergio AM, and I'll see you for the next box.